Just got the hardware off of our new mid-citrine modern dresser, and this one has some nicks on it, and it's wood veneer. It's not one piece of solid wood. I can see on the front of this dresser drawer here, and then this top dresser drawer. There's some chips there. So, and on the side of it, it's actually got some holes where the previous owner had, I guess, maybe tacked something on there all the way down. So to start with, I'm just taking 120 grit sandpaper. I'm going to lightly sand everything because we're going to be painting this later. I'm just scuffing up the top. We're not really going very deep. Again, it's a very thin wood veneer, so we don't want to go too deep that we pass that layer. But I do need to hit those edges where wood is chipped, and so that when we apply the putty, it's applying to the actual piece and not to grime and all of that. So as you can see on this piece, this is chipped off a little bit more of that wood veneer than I had wanted to, but I'll just take some putty and put it in that spot there. We are going to use the Minwax wood filler, and this filler comes with some hardener that you mix together, and so we'll fill in all of these tiny holes and get some of these little nicks taken care of in the front of the drawers. I'm just cleaning the ends of my, these are actually drywall putty knives. They make plastic ones that you can pick up at Lowe's. I didn't pick one up, but I'm just going to use this today. I think it should be fine, but it needs to be super clean on the end so that whatever was on here from before, this is drywall mud from this one from before, from a different project. I just need to make sure none of that gets mixed in with my wood filler. So all I did there was just take a wet rag, wipe everything down. All right, so I've got my Minwax high performance wood filler, and I'm just gonna take a scoop of this, put it on my piece of cardboard here, and then I'm gonna take some hardener and put a little bit of that in there and mix it all together. And you have to move pretty fast once you get the hardener mixed in. It only takes about 10 minutes for it to get hard. So we're gonna be moving pretty fast and putting pretty liberal amount on each little nick, because we can sand it down once it gets hard, but we can't add more. So we want to start with maybe a little bit more than a little bit less. So that's about the amount that I got there. Now I'm going to add in just a tad bit of hardener. Move this to a safe place. I have to add a little bit more, but I'm going to start with that and just see how it turns out. I think that's going to be plenty. And here I'm just going to take the wood filler and spread it into these little holes that you can see have been sanded all the way down. And you want to get it inside the hole, but then you also want to leave it kind of like a little hill, because you can, again, you want to sand it down so it looks smooth. If you get it all in the hole and then you sand it smooth, you're still going to see the hole. So leave it a little bit high on top of the hole, then you can sand it down to make it level. That's all there is to it. And again, stuff hardens fast. It's hard. So the next step, I'm going to take some sandpaper and sand down that wood fillers so that everything is level, nice and smooth, so you can't see any lines or bumps anywhere in the piece. By the way, now's a great time in the video to smash the like button if you haven't already done so yet, and subscribe to our channel. We had a little bump in the transition from the wood filler from the regular wood, so it's not the biggest problem in the world. All you have to do is sand it down back to the wood and get it smooth. We could definitely see it when we painted it, so we had to go back and sand it down. So here it is now. We sanded it back down to the wood and got it really smooth. And now when we're doing our next layer of paint, we'll just paint it again, and it's gonna be just fine.
And as you can see, after another coat of paint, it turned out beautifully, and all those chips are completely gone. It looks as good as new.
Check out the full video of this dresser flip in the video linked above.